Ooh, ooh. The coyote is howling. You know, there's been a lot of talk lately about the Confederacy and the statues, monuments, heroes, etc. And of course, I consider myself an amateur historian when it comes down to the Civil War. And what I found was that, first of all, there are no Confederate heroes because they were all traitors and guilty of treason. The only Confederate heroes that I would consider would be what they call the white trash. Now, these are the folk who did not own any slaves, really had no reason to be out there fighting in the first place, but they were duped by the rich plantation owners and slave traders to go out there and fight a war that they started so that they can keep their slaves. Of course, not all of them were taken in by that rhetoric. Uh, People of East Tennessee decided that they would remain loyal to the Union, as did a county down in Mississippi, I believe, called Jones. And then when the war started, of course, they realized they needed some more men, and so they went and passed the Conscription Act. Now, this required every white male aged 18 to 35 to serve in the army, but excluded any white male that owned at least 20 slaves. Now, if this didn't tell you what that war was all about, nothing will. Now, there were deserters on both sides. The Union had deserters, the Confederates had more. Lee said at Gettysburg, 30% of his army was missing. And when they finally got to Appomattox, there was so many who had left the army that there were just a few of them left. And they were hungry and ragged, but they hung in there. And then when Lee came out of that McLean house and saw his troops out there, I guess he figured he had to say something to them, and he did. And he said, after 4 years of audacious service, marked by unsurpassed courage and fortitude, the Army of Northern Virginia is compelled to yield to overwhelming numbers and resources. I need not tell the survivors of so many hard-fought battles that I have come to this result out of no distrust of them, but feeling that valor and devotion could accomplish nothing that would compensate for the losses that would be attended by a continuation of the contest. I have been determined to avoid the useless sacrifices of those whose past services have endeared them to their countrymen. Now, by the terms of the agreement, you officers and men may return to your homes and remain there until exchanged. You will take with you the satisfaction that proceeds from the consciousness of duty faithfully performed. And I earnestly pray that the merciful God will extend to you his blessing and protection. With an increasing admiration for your constancy and devotion to your country, and to your kind and generous consideration of myself, I bid you an affectionate farewell. The war's over, boys. Furl your flags and go home. It's all over.